Hello, this is Sarah V, and today I have a story. Last night I was scouring my stash to look for some fabric to make with this. I thought it would be cute to make a couple of these for summer, because they say they're super jiffy. And I came across this fabric that I have in my stash. It's like a fake tie-dye sweatpants material, except the other side isn't brushed. But I thought it'd be really cool to use this piece of fabric up. There's just enough for a pair of sweatpants. And of course, I almost lost hope finding that pattern. Until I did find a pattern that did work. I almost had to use pajama pants as a pattern, which probably would have been fine, but I found this dude pattern for this jogging suit. The pattern is a Kwik Sew pattern. It is 1139. And now I'm going to make some sweatpants, I guess. I thought it would be a nice, easy thing to do, and I would like a pair of sweatpants. It's not what I usually do, but it should go quickly. Scooty was very helpful with this. I traced it out, and then I got to work cutting it, and I kind of chawed up the paper a little bit, but these things do happen, and I have to just cut it out. And Scooty, of course, kept trying to jump up. Now that that's cut out, I can get to work pinning it onto my fabric. And I have a little bit of room at the end, and I will be able to cut pockets out from that chunk. So that will be really nice. I haven't been feeling very motivated to sew or film, so this project was a nice little refresher. It was fast, it was easy, it was very practical. I finished this in maybe 2 to 3 hours max, maybe. It was very quick. But when I don't have motivation, I really enjoy quick projects that make me feel like I've accomplished something, and that feeling of accomplishment kind of helps me get back into the swing of things. I think I want to put a pocket here, but there's no side seam. So I think that the grain line looks like it's halfway in between both. So I'm going to, I guess, use this as a guide to figure out where my pockets are going to do. And I'm just going to put some patch pockets on top. Square this up. That wasn't very good. That's better. And I'm thinking maybe give it 1/2 inch seam allowance. This has a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance on it. But I figure that might be easier for turning it in. All that fun stuff. I guess it's just going to go in the waistband and fold over with it. Maybe go down like that. Ooh, I could make them like square even. I'm gonna make them square. I could just pencil that in. If I was a pocket, would that be enough? Oh, poopy me. I forgot. I forgot these aren't all one piece, so that's not symmetrical at all. Just wondering why that was looking funky. I want to have a lot of depth for my phone, and that's probably pretty good. I don't know what I'm going to do with this edge. Since it's stretchy, I might just turn it, serge it, turn it in, and top stitch it into place, and just call it a day. I'm just gonna add the seam allowance. Then I can just cut the pockets out of what's left over, and I'll have used like probably 95% of the fabric. This is my serger. She used to be living in the hallway across from my bathroom where there's this weird alcove thing where there used to be like a shelf where there used to be a fish tank. But I have it out here now, and I'm just going to serge the whole way around the pockets. What's going on? It's Now that edge is serged, I'm just turning it under and sewing it down. To figure out where that middle line is, I lined my ruler up with the top of the pants and used that as a guide for pinning the side seam of my pocket down. Back over at the machine, I am edge stitching the pocket down, and I could have done 2 rows of stitching, but I thought 1 was sufficient as they are just for putzing around my house. Now I'm sewing my first real seam, and I am sewing the front, like the center front, and then the center back at 1/4 of an inch. Now I'm taking those same seams and just running them through the serger, and this should make them a little more sturdy, and it will seal in all the little fluff bits and all that. While I was here, I also serged the top edge of the pants. And now back at the machine, I am sewing the whole inseam in a giant U. I've been doing a lot of my beta fish cross stitch, and I am down to I think the last 5 colors, so I'm really excited about that. It's just been all I want to do is do the cross stitch. It's a real problem. I have a cross stitch problem. Now I'm back at my serger, and after I do this inseam, I am going to do the bottom of the leg. And when I looked at the instructions, I thought it was going to be like a turn and turn, but it turned out they just wanted it hemmed up at 1 inch. But the elastic they chose is 3/8 of an inch, so I don't know. I am down to the elastic and the legs and the waist, and I think I might do the turn and turn for down here, even though I did just serge that. And then up here, I might just turn a little bit in because my serger, one of the threads broke while I was doing it, so it's a little ratty looking there. It's on the inside, so it's not a big deal as long as it's good and stays and doesn't like unravel everywhere. But my pockets are looking a little bubbly because I didn't use any kind of facing or bias tape. So I'm just going to try to encourage it to be nice and smooth with some steam in my iron. Because sometimes you can just beat stuff with the iron and it helps. I think that looks a little better, especially compared to this side. Now I'm just making the casings for the waistband and the legs, and then off camera I put all the elastic in and did a stitch down the center. Overall, I'm quite happy with how these turned out. The pockets are big enough for my phone and my little hands, and they're comfortable, and I think they're kind of cute, cuter than I expected them to be. They're comfy. I have full range of motion, which is something you should expect in a sweatpant. My only issues I have with them, they're not that much, but if I wanted them a little baggier, I should go up a size, but this size, there's still room and they're comfy, so it's the size that it said I should use. But if I wanted them kind of like wiggly, I should go up a size. And also, I wish that the waist came up maybe like an inch, inch and a half higher. They're just a smidge higher in the waist, but I think the pockets were a good idea because I do like a pocket, but they fit good. I have no wedgie situations happening and they're comfy. So I'm very happy about that. And I got to use something in my stash that I had forgot about because I got it in a fashion fabric bundle from Fabricmart a couple years ago. And I don't really use stretch fabrics, so I just kind of tucked it away and forgot about it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more sewing content, please subscribe. If you would like to see what I'm up to day to day, I'm really bad at posting on my Instagram, but you can follow me on Instagram at Sarah V Sews Vintage. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time.